The evolution of horror, from The Telltale Heart to Psycho. There has been many changes from Gothic literature all the way to modern day horror films. In Gothic literature, the main scare factor was the ghost and the ghouls, the Draculas and the Frankensteins. However, times have changed, and the main scare factor today is what hits us psychologically. It's all in the head. The brain shows us what our true fears are, and we see it face to face in modern horror films. Gothic literature has evolved drastically to what is now known as modern day horror. Gothic literature has also influenced the making of horror films, and this can be shown through Gothic conventions. Murder is a main factor in modern day horror movies. It all dates back to Gothic literature. Murder has always played a big part in the main plot. The one and only murder scene in The Telltale Heart is not a very modern way of killing someone. In the text, it is described that the narrator had pulled the bed on top of the old man. The use of a panning shot has an effect on the audience as we can finally see that the old man is killed. The famous murder scene from Psycho is when the protagonist, Marion Crane, is in the shower and she dies from ferocious stabbings. In this scene, there is a very high-pitched, non-diegetic sound that complements the continual stabbings. This plays a major effect on the audience as it places fear into the audience's mind that this can happen anytime you shower due to the very repetitive sound. This shows that the murder scenes were already evolving as they added in more diverse sounds, and it was much more gruesome as there were stab wounds and blood flowing in the shower. Throughout the times of Gothic literature, there was not a lot of murder scenes, and if so, they weren't very gruesome with blood and gore. However, times have changed and Gothic literature has evolved to plenty of murder scenes that have plenty of blood and they are much more gruesome. This can be shown in the 1980s film The Shining, when the antagonist, Jack Torrance, is going to kill the man, Dick. There is a close-up on the axe blow which lands straight into the man's heart. The effect of a close-up on the murder shows the audience how much it hurts to feel an axe blow right into the heart, making the audience feel sorry for Dick. The infamous madman was always in Gothic literature. It was always the crazy one that no one would expect. In A Telltale Heart, the madman was insane because he hated the older man's vulture eye, and that was the only reason he wanted him dead. The use of a monologue shows the audience he was crazy and psychotic.
Strange noises, this excited me to uncontrollable terror.
The psychotic madman in Psycho is Norman Bates. From Gothic literature to Psycho, he has already evolved as the madman is crazy due to his psychological mindset that turns him into his own mother. The use of a body shot shows that he is covered head to toe in a woman's outfit. This has an effect on the audience as they know that he is fully crazy. The madman in Gothic literature has definitely evolved to modern day horror. From someone who wanted to kill a man due to his eye, to in The Shining where a father wants to kill his whole family. The very famous
Here's Johnny!
Scene has a close-up on Jack's face as we can see how mentally crazy and deranged he is. This affects the audience as we feel feared against Jack. In conclusion, Gothic literature has drastically changed over time and has now formed and influenced modern horror films through the use of Gothic conventions and literary techniques.